This live is for my community who've been rocking with me for a very long time. You guys know I appreciate you. For all the new people that just found me, welcome to my page. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, so first and foremost, for those of you who are not familiar with who I am, my name is Patrice S. Jordan. I am the founder and CEO of Her Secret Vault. I teach entrepreneurs how to build business credit using their EIN only, no social security number required. Okay? So as you guys can see from the title, today is Business Grants. I wanted to give you guys 10 grants for startups. I'm going to give you guys some specifically for women. And of course, the rest of grants is a mixture of grants. Okay? So let's jump right into it. So first and foremost, I want to give you guys this very first grant. It's called Back Black Businesses. Okay? So that's Back Black Businesses. So this is a specific type of grant. Now with this grant, it's specifically for people who have been economically at a disadvantage. So if you're economically at a disadvantage, this grant is for you, right? And when I say economically disadvantaged, it has to do a lot with your community, right? Sometimes the communities that we grow up in, right? We've all been there. The communities that we grow up in. So in order for you to qualify for this grant, you need to have at least 3 to 20 people, right? Employees, 3 to 20 employees. You must have been impacted by the pandemic. So if you have been impacted by the pandemic and you're in a economic disadvantaged area, this is a great grant for you. Obviously, you have to be Black owned, right? You have to be Black owned to qualify for this grant, okay? And they usually give you guys between $5,000 to $25,000. Okay, so this one you can go onto their website, webackblackbusinesses.com, and fill out an application for this particular grant. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one I want to give to you guys is SoGal Black Founders. Okay, so it's SoGal, like SOGAL, SoGal Black Founders. Now, this is a startup grant, okay? Now, this grant is for Black entrepreneurs and investors. So they'll give you, if you are a Black entrepreneur and you are looking to get into investing, they will give you a grant based on those qualifications, okay? You must have a business website, guys. This is a must. You have to have a business website to qualify for this one. You guys know I preach a lot about business websites, and this is one of the main reasons why you guys should have a business website, because you guys can qualify for grants, okay? So make sure that you guys have a website before you go and apply for this grant. If you're an investor or you're looking to get into investing, this is a great grant for you as well too, okay? And you have to be an entrepreneur, of course, okay? So another one I want to give you guys is called Veer Everywhere. Okay? Veer Everywhere. That's VIA. Everywhere. Okay? Now they usually give out between $10,000 to $50,000. Okay? To apply for this grant, you can go onto their website and apply for this grant as well on their website. But they're mostly geared towards startup and fintech, right? So remember I talked to you guys a little bit about fintech, right? Fintech, like fintech credit cards, so like financial things like that. So fintech. So fintech and startup companies, right? So they help you guys solve payment and e-commerce issues that you guys may have, like challenges that you guys may have or that might be coming up in the future. Okay? So that's Veer Everywhere. This is a great grant for those of you who are in like the fintech field and for those of you who have startup businesses, okay, which most of us are in the startup phase. And they'll give you guys between $10,000 to $50,000. All right, $10,000 to $50,000, okay? Another one is called 1,000 startup grants. Okay, 1,000 startup grants. Now this grant is specific for those of you who want to get into the field of like helping people who have like substance abuse. Those like, so I should, let me not say substance abuse, I should say drug abuse, right? Because substance abuse is like different, falls in like different categories, but drug abuse. So if you guys are starting like a center to help people who have like, who's like suffering from like drug abuse or, dealing with, obviously like family members and things like that, that has to do with drug abuses, this is a great one for you guys. Now, the way that this one works is that they usually give $10,000 to about 5 different businesses to help you guys open that type of resource center to help people. So you have to have, you have to want to help people by helping them through, helping them through drug abuse. Okay, so this is a good one. Now this, like I said, this is a specific grant, right? It's a specific grant. You have to want to make a positive impact on the community in order for you guys to apply for this particular grant. Okay, so it's called 100,000 startup grants for National Institute of Drug Abuse. Okay, 1,000 startup grants for National Institution of Drug Abuse. You got to want to help people. And the reason that I wanted to throw this grant in is because, as you guys know, I love helping people. This may not be my story particularly, but I love helping you, love helping people, right? So this is kind of why I went live today, just to come and give you guys a few grants. So you got to want to help people. All right. Another one I want to give to you guys is called I Fund Women Grants. So this is specific, obviously, for women, right? It's called I Fund Women. Now, the thing with this website is that they give out multiple grants for women. So if you go to their site, you can kind of look up and see whatever they have available for grants for women, and make sure that you guys apply for those grants. Okay, there's so many opportunities for grants, period. But sometimes you guys don't know where to look to get the grants, and that's what I'm here for. Okay, so I Fund Women Grants. They have multiple opportunities for grants for women-owned businesses. Okay. Another one I want to give to you guys, and this is the startup grant, is U.S. Economic Development Administration. Okay, that's U.S. Economic Development Administration grant. Okay. Even with this one, there's a lot to choose from. There's a lot of different grants to choose from this particular company. You guys can go onto their website, eda.gov/funding-opportunities. Okay, so that's U.S. Economic Development Administration grant, and their site, you guys can go to them directly, eda.gov/funding-opportunities. Okay. Now, another one, because I want to give you guys 10. That was 6. So we number 7, grants by the SBA. Yes, the SBA offers grants as well, right? But some of these grants are very specific, right? Some grants are very, very specific. But you guys can get grants from the SBA as well. And of course, we know grants is free money. Okay. Now, the SBA have specific grants that they offer, and mostly for people who have like specific for like research and tech. So if you have a tech company, or if you have like a research type of company, you can get a grant. Okay, and you can go to sbir.gov. Okay, sbir.gov to fill out an application for this particular grant. Okay. Now, another one I want to give to you guys, and actually when I heard the story behind this grant, I was like, wow. So this one is actually called Amber Grant. With the Amber Grant, I actually looked it up online, and the lady who was offering grants, she actually passed away in the process of giving out the grants. So the organization that she worked with still held her values, right? So she wanted to give away a certain amount of grants, but within the time of her giving away the grants, she ended up passing away. So her company decided that they were going to move forward and hold up their end of the deal with providing grants for people that needs grants, right? Okay, so this is called Amber Grants. Now, here's the thing about this grant. You gotta have a story behind it. You gotta have a story, and you gotta have some passion behind you, right? You guys know I offer business credit. I am passionate about teaching people how to create multiple streams of income. I'm passionate of showing you guys how to create generational wealth, right? I'm passionate about being able to show multiple people, including felons, that just because you came out of incarceration, that does not mean that you're not able to be able to live a life you deserve, right? You guys know I'm passionate about helping the homeless. So this could be one of those grants if you guys have like nonprofits, or you guys are passionate about helping the homeless and you have a nonprofit behind it. You guys can apply for this grant. Because of who the lady was and her story behind it, when you go and apply for this grant, you have to have a story behind it. You have to be passionate about why it is that you want this grant. So this one is very important before you guys go and apply for that grant, okay? And that's the Amber Grant. I just really thought it was so dope that she was moving forward to help people. Well, her company was moving forward to help people despite her passing away, right? So this is a really, really good one, okay? Now, another one I want to tell you guys about is called Opportunity Zone, okay? Opportunity Zone is exactly what it sounds like. It's grants for people who are living in areas that needs more opportunity, okay? So when you're operating a business in an area that needs economic activities and you provide jobs. So this is a good one for you for opportunity zones. So again, when you are operating a business in an area that needs economic activities and you're providing jobs, this is a great grant for you. So if you know you're in that type of area and you're providing jobs for people, this is a perfect grant for you guys to go and apply for. Okay? That's opportunity zones. Is exactly what it sounds like. Okay? And last but not least on this Thanksgiving Day, because I don't want to hold you guys long, so I appreciate you guys so much for coming on this live. Okay? But last but not least with grants, okay? You can apply for GrantsForWomen.org. So the grants that I initially gave you guys, these 10 grants, there's some for women, there's some for economics, there's some for substance abuse, there's some for almost everything, right? And for my community, the reason why I picked these particular grants is because I know my community. So I know people are wanting to open resource centers to help people with substance abuse. I know women, moms, right? Single moms, we need grants to help us build our business. I know some of us are living like in low income houses where we need, or we live in low income areas, I should say, where we need grants in order for us to run our businesses. So I specifically chose these 10 grants for my community because I know what you guys need, okay? So that last one was GrantsForWomen.org. Make sure when you guys go, you guys fill out the application correctly. Of course, we have to make sure our business is set up properly. Like I tell you guys all the time, setting up your business properly is important, okay? It is very, very important. Now, I want to just give you guys some quick statistics, right? So in 2019/2020, approximately 6.9 million students received, there's a grant called Pell Grants, receive a grant called Pell, right? And that's for students. So if you're looking to go back to school, you want to look into that grant. It's called PELL, right? So 6.9 million students receive this grant. Okay? Also, $135 billion were offered to grants for students. So 6.9 million students received the Pell Grants, but overall in 2020, $135 billion in grants were offered to students. So if you guys are looking to go back to school, there's also grants for students, okay? And the SBA actually awarded 2.7 million women grants. So again, this kind of goes back to why I picked the 10 grants that I picked, because it's a high statistics with you guys getting approval, right? So most people say the SBA grants is harder to get approved for. If you're not able to get the SBA grants, go after so many different other grants, right? The grants that I provided you guys today is just it's like 0.1% of the grants that's out there. But I wanted to guide you guys in the right direction to be able to get some grants, because there's so much money out there for grants and for grants opportunities. Okay? So happy Thanksgiving, bosses. I did not want to hold you guys long because I know that you guys are with your family. I appreciate you guys for being on this live today. For those of you, again, who don't know who I am, my name is Patrice S. Jordan, founder and CEO of Her Secret Vault. And now, Bosses Build Business Credit Academy, which is my coaching program where I teach entrepreneurs how to launch and grow a profitable business credit coaching business without working 8 hours per week. Yes, you heard me, without working 8 hours per week. Okay, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Enjoy your time with your family. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As a reminder, Bosses Build Business Credit. I'll talk to you guys soon.